Hello.
If it really starts it, you're doing it.
You are filming, Monkey. Thank you very much.
Whatever you can see on there is what you're filming.
That's it. Make sure you hold on to that thing. That's it, Monkey. So we're going to go on a walk now. Oh, hang on. I've got to unplug myself. This is primarily a thing about family, about what it's like to be in hospital for such a long period of time when you've got young kids. So my son, we briefed my son a lot in the run-up to my going in, but he was 4. He didn't really get it. So this, they visit for the first time, they stay overnight nearby and come in to see him, which is really nice. The thing that happens later is him getting very upset, and then the way I dealt with that. Medically, the main thing is that I lost the battle of the cannula, and you'll see that as well in some vivid detail of it going into a vein. So let's go.
So until you unplug yourself.
Because otherwise I can't go anywhere. Let's go, Monkey. Looking very suave with my handbag of piss. Let's stop recording on that camera, Jimmy, please.
He likes it.
Well, then put it back on then.
He's talking to it.
Is he?
Yeah.
You have to get used to walking around always holding a big set of pumps and then also holding a big bag of wee. That is your look now for the next week and a half.
Nanny.
Hello. What are you doing? Are you filming with Daddy's camera?
Yeah. From Daddy and from the machine.
Credit to my son, he's really trying with that camera. He's trying to do a little voiceover and stuff. So my plan in 10 years is to use him as really, really cheap labour as a second camera operator.
From Daddy talking.
Hello, yes, I was talking. Yes.
From Daddy's bald head.
Yeah, he still makes reference to Daddy's big bald head. He loves my bald head. He finds it hilarious.
Yeah, it's a power something.
Okay, so what day is it? What's the date? I lose track of days. It's the 28th of September, 3rd, 4th day. 3rd day here, 4th day.
4th day here, 3rd day treatment.
That is the anthem for hospital staying. Slept much better last night. There were less alarms because the timings were a little better on the pumps. Didn't have any noisy neighbours and wasn't woken up several times because of blood stuff. So pretty good. Feel really good today. Didn't get flu-y and horrible overnight like I did the other night before last. So this is very good. Wife and child stayed nearby. Have come to see me this morning, and mother-in-law over there. So it was really lovely that they came and see me, and they stayed in an Airbnb nearby. I'm not gonna lie, I felt really guilty that that's what they did though, and I know obviously it cost my wife a lot of money. That kind of thing, when they do something that sweet, does bring with it a kind of like mixed feeling. It's like joy, lovely to see them, also deep shame and stress that that's what they have to do in order to come and say hello. That's a monster.
Are you off? Here.
Yep.
This is a coffee machine.
That's good.
And these are seats.
They are seats.
Wait, they're very comfy to sleep in.
Well,
Put your wheel on the
we'll stop there.
on the line.
Stop there. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Stopping now. You say goodbye, Monkey?
Goodbye.
Downstairs.
Bye.
Bye, my dude.
I'll meet you here once I've got a phone.
The slow shuffle isn't me attempting to look like I'm a lurch as I move along. It's just because of the difficulties involved with pushing that thing while also handling the bag of wee. I get fractionally better, but being honest, I tend to look like that for the next few weeks.
If you were not here, we'll do some stuff.
He's so loud. He's so loud. Bye, Monkey. Bye, Nanny. Watching you going back, being a cameraman is quite funny. The battle of the cannula is lost. Basically, my CRP numbers came back from most recent bloods this morning, and apparently they've gone up from 8 to 90. CRP is an infection marker, so they're going to check the lumens on the Hickman Line, and they're going to do the antibiotics in a cannula. Yeah, they said they can't practically make it work with the lines I've got now. So yes, defeated, unfortunate but unavoidable. So yeah, More stabbing. Yay! I gave it a good go not to have that cannula, and ultimately it was for nothing. Wow, the colour has really, there's nothing out here. I gave it a good go with the cannula, and lost in the end. Nothing else that could be done. I'm probably going to have to stop doing this now because the light outside is completely gone. So I think I'll stop there.
Sharp scratch. Alright, my lovely.
Bib-boop, bib-boop. Bib-boop, bib-boop. Bib-boop, bib-boop. Bib-boop.
Let's see if that sounds our own lip. So, this is the bloody part. Blood is blood is good.
Cold.
Yeah, cold, good.
Cold is when they flush the lines. You can feel obviously the cold saline coming in. You can feel it in your veins, feel it in your arm. Same when they do the same on your Hickman. So yeah, get used to that sort of slightly cold, tingly sensation. Thank you very much.
No problem. It's quite finished. I just need to put the date on.
Cool. Oh, wow. This is quite effective stuff. That's really good. My apologies for the extreme close-up of a hairy spoon chest, just showing the removal of the Hickman dressing. I think they have to do that every 3 days. They were very good, but obviously being so hairy, it can bring with it a sort of waxing effect, which is quite painful. In this instance, if they use like an alcohol rub, or if they use like this squirty stuff that they had, makes a big difference. It just comes right off, as opposed to feeling like it's gonna rip off your nipple. I appreciate it as a side effect of being a hairy man. It's fine. That's a fairly disgusting thing at this stage. That doesn't. I apologise. That's not very nice. I know. I'm sorry. It's a horrible shot. I was trying to show how effective this stuff is. My wife will probably tell me to take this out because no one needs to see that close. There it is. It's not that exciting, is it? Hickman Line with no dressing. There we are. That's it. Thank you. Nice and close. It is interesting to see the Hickman Line without a dressing. The first few days you've got it, obviously you can't see what it looks like underneath there. So that's what it looks like. What happens as well over time, it's sort of your skin grows around it, so they have to cut it out at a later date. But yeah, it doesn't look as unnatural as it feels when it first goes in. It's alright actually. I just had a really hard phone call. Jeannie and Charlie came in to see me yesterday, and they stayed overnight at Plymouth, so they were nearby. And it was really nice, and they popped in and saw me before they went home today after they'd been to the aquarium. But my wife just called me and said Charlie wanted to speak to me, and he got on the phone and told me he missed me, and I told him I missed him, and he started crying and kept saying he missed me, and it's the hardest thing about being here. I don't mind all that shit is, that's a necessary evil, but that's not seeing him and not seeing them and seeing him upset that I'm here and he doesn't really understand why. That's what's difficult. And I'm gonna be here for another 10 days, 15 days, 20 days, and he's not gonna know. He doesn't know why. He doesn't understand white blood cell counts or any of that shit. He just knows he can't see his dad. Yeah, I don't know. It's he'll be fine. I know it's probably just because he saw me recently, but yeah. Anyway, that's it. Otherwise, this is all good. We've got the ATG going. They stabbed me in the stomach again for an anticoagulant. Finger prick test, all that jazz. Same old. Day 3, done.
The thing with this, it doesn't change the entirety of the time I'm in there. Charlie gets sad about it, and then he feels better about it, and then he gets sad again. It goes backwards and forwards pretty much until I get home. And even when I'm home, because I end up staying across the road in my parents-in-law's house, he's still sad, and he's still a bit funny and not quite right for quite some time, even when I come home. Having kids of that age who can't really get their heads around it is really difficult. And I imagine even if they're older, and, you know, it takes an emotional toll. So I suppose a lot of people who end up having HSCT have probably got families, so it's a really difficult thing, and I have no idea what the blueprint is for how to deal with that. All I know is that with Charlie, the things that would help most, talking to me, what I would do is I would send him little videos, I would send him funny things, I'd do different voices, I would be Bat Dad, stolen from the guy from the internet, I would do David Attenborough's voice to wildlife programs, I'll do all kinds of things to send him funny stuff, and that seemed to work. But that's it for this time. Next episode is another night of poor sleep and stomach cramps becoming a bit of an issue in terms of all the antibiotics and all the drugs and all the chemo and all that kind of stuff. But that is it for this time. Thank you very, very much for watching. Any kind of feedback is always welcome. So thank you very much, and please do like and subscribe, and all that kind of stuff is very, very much appreciated. And I will see you in the next one. Looking very cool there with my handbag. Looking very cool with my handbag. Looking very cool with my big handbag of piss. Looking very nice with my handbag of wee-wee.